Welcome to Self-Care Sunday. This is a short pause at the beginning of a week or the end of a weekend to come back into your body, into your breath, into this moment. So I'm really glad you're here. And I invite you, wherever you are right now, to just take a moment to let your body slow down a little. Allow for a little bit of a pause if you can. And let your body just start to feel like it's kind of arriving, your mind and body arriving just as they are. You don't need to feel calm right now or any particular way. And before we begin with today's interoception practice, I'm going to ring the bell, as I usually do, just as a reminder that even though we're in different places, practicing at different times, we can still have that feeling that we're practicing with a community as a collective. So let's just listen to the bell and think about those who may be doing this practice in their own space and time at some point. Let's take a few moments to feel your breath. So this week, we are going to continue our exploration of interoception, which, as a reminder, if you didn't see last week's video, I would encourage you to watch it. But interoception is our ability to sense what's happening inside of our bodies. And it's also about noticing how this awareness can help to calm the part of our brain that scans for threat, which is called our amygdala. So our amygdala can be very active sometimes. That doesn't mean it's bad or it's broken. It's just a protector, which is very important. But when it works over time because of stress or trauma or just feeling overwhelmed or overtired, it can kind of keep us stuck in states of activation of fight or flight or freeze. It can shut down when there's too much happening, even when there's not actual danger. So interoception gives the amygdala new information. It's going to help our nervous systems register, I am here. Right now, I am in my body, and right now, I'm okay. There's not actually a physical or imminent threat, right? So let's practice together. We're going to start like we did last week with some practices with the hands and fingers. We're going to do a couple of those. So first, just notice how your hands feel right now. You can have them in any position. You can move them around a little if you'd like. Just see what kind of sensations you notice there. And I always start with temperature. So right now my fingers feel cold, especially in the tips, but my palms feel warmer. You may notice pressure or weight or contact with a surface. You may notice numbness or soreness or achiness or tingling. We're not trying to change anything. We're just trying to notice. And then we're going to, for about 10 seconds, rub our hands together. So I invite you to do this, and you can rub as slowly as you want. You can rub quickly. You can change the speed. I'm going to go rather quickly and even press my hands together. Keep going and keep breathing. And let's do about 5 more seconds. And then you can just stop and let your hands rest however you like and see what your hands feel like now. Check in with temperature. That's a good place to start. Pressure or weight. Do you notice other sensations like buzzing or tingling or softness? Do your hands feel any bigger or smaller than they did before, heavier or lighter? Just notice if they've changed in sensation at all. We're not trying to make anything happen. But what this does is it orients our nervous system to the present moment so we can be more present with what's actually happening here rather than the thoughts that are trying to take us into a different story So let's try something a little different. For about 10 seconds, I'm going to have you shake your hands around and your fingers. You can do this as quickly or as slowly as you like. You can go like this, you can go like this, you can alternate. Feel free to just keep kind of playing with, maybe go really fast, maybe kind of shake them both at the same time, or you're alternating like this. You're going to feel in your arms too, a little bit up into your elbows and maybe up into your upper arms or shoulders. 3 or 4 more seconds. Keep breathing. And now let's just pause. Let your hands rest and just see if you notice a difference in how your hands feel compared to before you started. What do you sense? What do you notice? This is about building our awareness of our body in the present moment. So see if you can keep bringing your attention back to your hands, staying focused on the sensation. This isn't about relaxing. It's just about listening and increasing our awareness. Because the amygdala learns safety through sensation and not logic. We can use some of those top-down logic practices, but the amygdala really, really responds the best and the most to physical sensations. So now we're going to move to our feet. So bring your attention there. My brother always says, when he needs to remind himself to come into the present, when his thoughts are kind of getting ahead of him and spiraling him, he says, bring your head to your feet. And this is just that reminder to be where you are and notice what's going on for you. Slow things down a little. So for this first one, we're just going to try to spread our toes out. So I'm spreading my fingers, but I'm also spreading my toes. Spread your toes for about 10 seconds. And if it's too intense, you can back off. You can do a different movement like squeezing your toes instead of spreading them. We're going to take a few more seconds to spread. Spread your toes. Try to move them away from each other. If they cramp or if it hurts, just stop. Do something else. Stretch them, move them. Okay, let's release and notice the sensations of the feet. Notice how they feel. Temperature-wise, do they feel warmer, cooler? Do they feel more alive? Are you now aware of them? Maybe you didn't even realize you had feet before we did this, right? You might have been like, I know I have feet down there somewhere, but I don't really feel them. They're not in my really present moment awareness. Maybe they feel a little achy or sore or tired. Maybe they feel relaxed and free. Maybe one foot feels bigger than the other one. Just noticing, just practicing putting all your focus and attention into your feet. We're going to try something else now, like tap your feet on the floor. So you can either tap them lightly, keeping your heels on the floor, or lifting them up even, almost like you're walking. Or you could even stomp, if you're making it stronger. You can decide how gently or how strongly you want to do this. And you can alternate between soft and strong taps or stomps. Let's do this another several seconds. Just playing with the movement. You could go a little faster. You could do both at the same time, or you could go back and forth like I was. At first, just play with it a little bit. Okay, and then release. I like to rub my feet into the floor too. But then just take a moment and pause and just notice the sensations. So I think the easiest place to start is just temperature. Notice if your toes, your heels, the center of your feet are warm, cool, cold, hot. And then start to see what else you're aware of. Maybe you're aware of the weight of your feet on the floor, the sense of pressure in your feet, or the contact that they have with the floor. Notice if they're in shoes and how that feels, or if you're barefoot or in socks and how that feels. You can notice if the feet feel a little more alive or awake or alert than they did before. And how would you describe that? Does it have an image that goes with it? Do they feel like fire? Do they feel like fireworks? Do they feel like rippling water? Do they feel light and bright? What do they feel like? And just notice anything that comes up. I can always feel a difference between my right foot and my left foot. But just let yourself feel your body, your feet, giving yourself a moment to just be here in the present with the sensations you're noticing. And notice that even though some of the sensations you're feeling might feel uncomfortable, that actually, if you look around and you really let yourself sink into it, you are actually physically safe right now. Feel that in your feet, your legs, your head, your torso, your breath. Reminding yourself that right now, even though there may be a lot of thoughts going on, you are okay. And you're telling your body, your nervous system, your vagus nerve, your brain, I am okay. This moment is safe enough. And I know that because I'm not physically running away from anything. I'm not having to physically actually fight off anything. And I can feel my breath moving in and out. Right? Just feel it. And this is one of the ways we can calm our amygdala, that threat or protective system in our body. We're not arguing with it. We're not trying to convince it. We're just offering it real, embodied information. Each time you practice interoception, even if it's just for 10 seconds, a minute, you are strengthening your nervous system's capacity for tolerating and handling stress. You're building your ability to stay present, grounded, and connected, which is your green zone, we call it. It's your ventral vagus part of your nervous system, even when life is hard. So I invite you to keep coming back to find other ways to calm your amygdala. Let's keep calming our amygdalas together so we can show up as who we really want to be in our lives. Grounded, clearer, calmer, and rooted in a sense of inner peace. So thanks for practicing with me today, and I will see you next Sunday. We will explore interoception for at least another week or two, so I hope you come back and see what's next. Try to practice with your hands and feet throughout this week and see how it goes. Until then, take good care and peace.